Good evening, everybody. For some of you, it's the second time speaking with you all tonight. Welcome to Wizards Outlook. We got Cardell W. Jr., Raymond Lions, Wilson Tarpe Jr., and look, man, the Wizards fell to the Rockets 107-88. We all know what today was. This is the first of two matchups this year. The next one, I believe, is February 15th. Someone could double check that for me. I could be wrong. Three players scored in double figures for Washington. That was Brad with 33, Westbrook had 19, and I'll get the other person just a bit. 5 players scored double figures for Houston, which was Wall, Oladipo, Eric Gordon, Marcus Cousins, David Nwaba. I'm gonna let you guys start. Ray, you can get started, and then Cardell, share your thoughts.
You would make me go first.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I mean this was a bad game, man. It's really not too much to say. It seemed disjointed from the beginning, a lot of raggedy, sloppy play, a lot of turnovers. All that piled on top of everything else that's going on with them. We talked earlier about all their postponements and all that stuff. It's just a dangerous cocktail they got going on right now, and it's getting out of hand rather quickly. Yeah, and the bad part about it is it's starting to manifest itself physically, in body language, and it's spilling over to the court. It's hard to maintain energy and play hard when seemingly nothing is going right. On top of you being out of shape for being off for 2 weeks, so I don't know, man. And it's not like the Rockets were playing lights out. They were matching the Wizards' futility for a good stretch of the game, and Washington just couldn't take advantage. And eventually Houston got themselves together and was able to stretch their lead out. But yeah, man, this was a little hard to watch. We saw Bradley Beal on the bench just kind of going through it. It'll be interesting to know what's going through his mind at this point in time. Russell, I know he's dealing with the quad injury. On top of the layoff from all the COVID protocols, so he's kind of out of sorts right now. But yeah, it's not too many bright spots here. I'm not going to continue to prolong this. It's just a bad loss for him tonight. A really bad one.
All right, Cardell.
A few things. The thing I felt like did them in the second half, the Wizards, was turnovers, and obviously the main thing that has been plaguing them all season is their defense. You know what I mean? Like Raymond said, a couple things went wrong, a few bad turnovers, and dudes started hanging their head, and the ugly defensive Wizards showed up again, and the Rockets took full advantage. They ain't cared. They went on a scoring spree in the fourth and just blew the game open, and that was it. Obviously the big thing about it is John Wall's first game again. We knew he was going to be fired up. He looked like John Wall. Even though he's not playing a similar role he did in D.C. where the ball was always in his hands, he got other guys that can play making and stuff like that. It's a different type of system, but he's John Wall. He's respecting him. He battled back from some gruesome injuries and still fast, still explosive, still can defend. Looks incredible shape. Shot the ball well. I think he got a little bit gung-ho, with the energy, started hosting up some bad shots for him. But when he played within himself, he was pretty efficient. The turnovers, man. And what's bad is your two best players can't be that sloppy. Russell Westbrook had 6 and Brad Beal had 5. That's 11 of their 22 turnovers. Russell's just been bad all year with decision making. Let's call it what it is, man. He's averaging 5 turnovers a game. Like, that turnovers kill, man. It kills momentum. It helps the other team get jump started. It's just bad, man. And it's not like, throughout his career he's had these moments, but right now he's averaging the most turnovers per game he has in his entire career. 5.1. I think the most he averaged was 5.4. For his career is 4.1. That's the criticism we're playing with Russ. It's like as much as he gives you, he kind of deflates you as well with those turnovers, man. It's just you can't give NBA players that many opportunities to get back, man, because those are easy points minimum. If they score, that's 10 points. You giving them just handing it to them. It's hard to recover from that, man. I felt like they didn't do a good job of containing Eric Gordon when he came off the bench. He was the one when Wall kind of got going in the first, and then he went to the bench because I think he's on minutes restriction, for the first part of the season. I mean, Eric Gordon went to work, man. Look, 20 points, and he didn't even shoot the three right. He good. He 2 for 7. So he looking like Eric Gordon, young Eric Gordon, just going to work on guys. And listening to Scott Brooks' presser, he went in full detail. He said he felt like the Rockets found matchups that they liked. We didn't get stops. They started picking on some guys. One I know for sure is Jerome Robinson. They was ice on him all day. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just bad all around. Houston finished the game on a 24-9 run. That basically means that the Wizards put in waved the white flag. We know what that's about. Then 3-point shooting from the Wizards. 5 for 26, 19%. It's hard to win games if you're not shooting the three, man. And I'm not even one of those people where analytically you got to put up a lot of threes. 5 or 26, that just ain't gonna help. Because like Scott Brooks said, all they gotta do is just crowd the paint, and it's harder to score. And then that's what made things so tough for Bill. Bill was kind of the lone ranger where he's like the main guy that can create something and get some points. Everybody else struggled. Isaac Bonga, trying to be nice, man. I just I know. Look, man, I'm trying to be nice, man. I don't want to get us banned, man. I'm trying to hold on, dog. But you can't be a starter and play 26 minutes and go donut, dog. 0 for 3, 4 rebounds, 4 fouls. He gave him nothing. You know what I mean? It's just plain and simple. We gave him nothing. He didn't help. And one other bright spot for Houston, DeMarcus Cousins. I felt like he owned the paint, double, especially defensively. He's never been the most athletic, explosive guy, but he was cerebral tonight, man. He was in the pass lanes. He had about 4 steals, 11 rebounds, which is a part of defense for those that may not know. That's what ends defense. So all around, man. Even Victor Oladipo, he ain't had the best shooting, to start the game, but he damn sure closed in the fourth quarter. He went to work mid-range, hit a couple threes. So that's why it's optimism in Houston, because they got a lot of guys where when they get their legs on them, get healthy, they got some dudes that can do some damage. So it is what it is, man. The Wizards, we know they're still trying to get their legs back. We know they're still trying to get their guys back, their full roster back. But they better hurry up, man, because it looks like they're about to be lottery bound. You know what I'm saying? So once again, you gotta give props to John Wall. Like I'm on record, I don't care. I don't like how he was kicked out of town, so to speak. If you want to trade him with respect. He put a lot on the line for this franchise. And so that's why you saw he was a little bit more amped tonight. You know what I'm saying? He know what it is and whatever. And we all know it wasn't the basketball people that made that decision. I'm going to leave it at that. Go ahead, Wilson.
Yeah, there's really not too much to add. From you guys, it's one of those things where decisions catch up to you. And for everyone's sake in Washington, you better hope that everything that's going on with Russ right now is truly just health-wise. Because if it's not, and it's just, we all, that it's a corny phrase, but it's true. Father Time's undefeated. There's somebody who's played a lot of minutes for their career. The way that they play, a lot of pounding physically. Again, Washington looking bad at this trade, and the reason I bring it up because you made the trade, so this is going to be something that's going to be look like. This will be something that's going to be referenced a lot because you're in a situation where who's a couple years older than the person you traded, regardless of coming off injuries. But it's not as if Russ was playing a 482 the year before. And this is what I'm saying has nothing to do with Russell Westbrook. He can't trade himself. That's nothing to do with Russ. But he's done in his career. He's been consistently him. No issues with Russ. But for Washington, like Cardell was saying, if you're gonna make that move, this is the part of the business too. You won't make that move in around. This is why most of the time in sports, whenever you trade a player that's worth their salt, you want him to go away. So if you do see him, you see him twice. You see him once. Rarely do you trade somebody within the division. You trade people you're never you don't fear at all in the division because you don't care if you see it 4 or 5 times. It's irrelevant. But this is one of those things, you know, these are this position we talk about all the time. It's tough on a nightly basis for young guards coming into the league. Is one of the reasons why these type of guys at their age, right at the age that they're in, even coming off of injuries, John's not fun to deal with. Young guards full of energy, that's not fun. We all feel De'Aaron Fox is one of the fastest guards in this league. De'Aaron Fox was chasing John, and this is coming off of Achilles. So the decisions were made, and it's gonna be referenced. I think I said like maybe 6 shows again, talk about at some point when we got to the first time they're gonna play. I think I referenced the black cloud. It's officially here. And again, this is me saying it has nothing to do with Russ. I might be wrong on how many shows ago it was, but we're here.
Yep.
We are legitimately here. We're not going back. This is what he looked like on a minutes restriction. You are where you are. Technically, you made this is probably one of the better rosters you were going to have around this man since you've had him. And this you did what you did, and now you're here. And now, you know, that picture, you know how the internet goes. We about to see that picture of Brad going like this for like man. I've seen it 12 times on my timeline between 2 different albums. You're gonna see it, which means this is now like again we're local, right? We're in terms of covering the Wizards, local, always around them or whatever. You have people that don't pay any attention to the Wizards at all. Tomorrow, I don't care what show you talk about, that picture of Bill gonna be addressed. They ain't paid the Wizards no mind. They're gonna be talking about that. So again, these are the types of things in sports when you do these things. They catch up to you, man, and you gotta hope you right when you swing for it. It gotta be for the right reasons, because if it's not, everything's fair play. It's not gonna be coming from us. Just it's gonna be bad, because if the other dude that's in the picture we talk about wake up within the next couple of weeks, look around like it's a whole different type of discussion. It's one thing when you're moving someone because you feel you have the leverage. It's another thing when they got the leverage. And this ain't the NFL. We know the players run this thing. This is not the NFL. That's why the NFL going crazy right now with Deshaun Watson, because he got an NBA deal. Boy, 25 with a no trade clause. NFL doesn't believe in that. That's typical NBA stuff, though. You are where you are with Brad. It was a 3-year extension. Look, man, you know, whatever was told to who about who's gonna do what. I do know what contender looks like, and I know this ain't it. So
man, we know what it is. And it ain't just that black cloud, and it ain't gonna just be that meme of Brad Bill with his head down that they about to use, especially the Laker fans to try to get him in LA. You know how they do. But that's not what it's gonna be. That's not what it is. That's not the only thing that's gonna be circulating. That tweet from a certain owner when he was out the door. Like I said, we all know what it is. That's why Scott Brooks kind of like, no. A lot of us did not. You know what I'm saying? When John said what he said to Chris Miller, shout out Chris Miller in that interview, he was like, nah, it wasn't people, plural, multiple people that said that. You know what I'm saying? I was always in John, and to Scott Brooks' credit, he was always like, he looked good. And I'm gonna throw something out there from one of my sources last year when he was rehabbing, when he first got back on the court. That boy was dunking on dudes left-handed and everything. Now, obviously, you can't put that out there. Saw the footage and stuff like that. Couldn't put that out there, but I knew he's doing that already. By the season, he's gonna be John Wall. Now I get it. Like we said before, that video circulated. He messed up, but you had that talk with him, man, the man behind the scenes. But you gotta give him. No, he's put a lot on the line for this team. Bro, we know how this has been. We've been here all our lives. This ain't a marquee franchise. We just gonna call it what it is. I mean, we grew up in times where if the Wizards won 30 games, it was optimism. It was like, that's great. Damn, the Wizards, okay. But meanwhile, that's trash. You going to the lottery, bro. That's horrible. So for a dude to keep this franchise relevant, even before Bill got here, to keep it relevant and whatnot, to battle, even when Bill was young and he was injury prone, and for him to keep this on up level where they were relevant around the league and stuff like that, you still had to pay attention to him. That means a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can't sit up here and do that. But like the way he just got kicked out the door, he deserves to be mad, and he until he retires should be. I want all the smoke every time I see y'all. Like I said, so look, man, it's I don't even know what to say no more, man, because it's like even when the guys were here, that's out. Same result. So at this point, it's
Yeah.
about result. And I hear people blaming Scott Brooks and stuff, but with all due respect, what has he had to work with? When he had something to work with, they were getting to the playoffs. When they have a bunch of young players, projects, and stuff like that surrounding Bill, I mean, you're going to get what you're going to get, dog, especially in this season, man, with COVID and all that. And to me, it's just unfair to really judge any coach right now unless it's just bad, like you ain't 0-4 or something like that, just something crazy historic. But this season, man, you can't even practice, so you can't even get it right. You just hoping something. You wishing like, man, I hope y'all doing what y'all gotta do. See y'all game time. It's like that. So you can't even hold that. I mean, and at the end of the day, players, it's a players' league, right? They love credit for what they're doing, what they accomplish, right? All right. So when things ain't going well, who should get the blame? So there we go. That's where I'm at with it. And it looks like Wilson is frozen.
Oh yeah.
But what can they do, man? You tell me, man. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
if you was a coach, what would you do?
what like you said, what can you do? Like you're not even allowed to practice. Like it's only so much you could fix through film study and and virtual workouts or what have you. So I mean, it's a wash, man. Like besides those few teams that's that got the talent to be in contention, like ain't nobody else really gonna be able to make up no ground in this situation.
Mm. And to make it even worse, they got a game tomorrow at 9 against the Pelicans. So there's no time. Like I said, they playing the old school schedule where everybody is like back to backs. It's the old school grind, whatever. It may not be as many games, but it's still the same type of deal. So I just don't know, man. I'm trying to give them chances. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you look at the standings now. What are they? 13th in the East right now. They're dead last now. They're dead last now in the East. They're dead last in the East, and they're dead last in the league. They have the worst record in the league officially right now. They're 3-10. They're dead last. Meanwhile, Houston, you look at it. Let's keep it real. They're 7-9. So as far as conference, what are they back? A game and a half out of the playoffs. But the Wizards, I mean, they 2.5 back. I mean, they 2.5 back right now, but they're dead last in the league right now. So they're not really out of it, but it's a battle coming, man. They gotta do something, man. Because like I only like to me in the little. I'm not gonna say the Q word like they quit, but they damn put forth the maximum effort in the fourth to try to fight like they did in the first 3 quarters, and that's a no-no.
Then when you think about all the games they blew early, like with the uncertainty of the season, you got to get those games in the bank. So when you can't do nothing for 2 weeks, you just not completely have nothing to work with. Like them first few games that they could have won, they have 7 wins right now. You know what I'm saying?
Have a cushion. Have a cushion to get their legs back and all right, let's get back to work. Let's start rumbling again. Yup.
Yeah, but to have must-win games coming off that them being just torn apart by COVID, like you're just digging a deeper hole at this point.
And tonight we can fake all we want. Tonight, added insult to injury. You know what I'm saying? The guy you said ain't have, you let him go, and he came in and he bust your ass. Let's call it what it is. He bust the other guy's ass he traded for. He bust his ass. And only played he didn't even play. He's on a minutes restriction. So he didn't even play a lot. Like he ain't even play his normal amount of minutes. Who all played? So yeah, 24 and 5 assists in only 24 minutes, dog. That's half the game. So what if he played his normal 35 to 40 minutes? And Bill called it. He knew it was coming. He's like, probably gonna try to go for 60. And if a few of those threes would have hit, he definitely would have been like, I'm boy, taking shots AI style. I'm taking shots AI style, baby. Them things going up. And the thing about it, I love the team got behind it. They was like, Rocco, we gonna make sure you don't lose this game. You could tell. Every time he made a play, they celebrate like, yo, we got you. We gonna make sure we send them boys a message. We gonna get behind. We gonna hold you down this game. And that's what you do, man. So the fact that they got behind them down tonight, the other Rockets, that don't fit the narrative of not being professional and a leader and all.
Right.
Let me share it all. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, buddy.
Look, man, all I know is it's really interesting to me. You know, new team or whatever. Anytime he puts his hands up to get the ball so he can run the show, everybody does it with no question. And everybody there without question. Oh, here you go. Where you want me to go? What'd you say? We supposed to switch. Okay, we switch quarters. Okay. All right. Oh, look, I scored. That's what you was talking about? Man. But yeah, and like and fortunately for Washington, Christian Wood wasn't available tonight. Like I know we can talk about all the times that all the guys at Washington didn't have available to them. Christian Wood's been on one this year. Yeah. He didn't play tonight.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about damn.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You saw the distress that Boogie caused them defensively. If Christian Wood was out there, what if you couldn't deal with Boogie stretching the floor? Christian Wood weighs like 45 pounds less and is bouncy.
Yeah.
And can shoot. And that's a whole nother box of worms to deal with. So I just wanted to bring up the fact that Christian wasn't available tonight because I know someone's going to bring up the fact that Washington was missing a lot of their folks, but Christian's been averaging a double-double this year. I think he's like in the top 10 in blocks as well. That was a big piece of their front court that was missing tonight, and they were able to do what they were doing. Not only play 24 minutes. Like, it's tough, man. And then you got to turn around tomorrow night, and you got to deal with one of the strongest, physically strongest front courts in the league tomorrow night with Steven Adams and Zion. So,
man, listen, they better not bring up the fact that all the rest of the Wizards, they were losing when they was playing. So, I mean, like, call it what it is, a spade is a spade. Kobe done hit the Rockets too. John Wall was out for a few games. A few they played, it done hit them. They still managed to find ways to be competitive and win games. That's why they're 7-9, 3-10. It still comes back to whoever suits up on the floor. They're NBA players, right? The only two players that you don't look at is Alex Len and Jordan Bell because they just got to the team. You see what I'm saying? So they trying to get fit in with the Wizards and figure out the system, figure out their roles and whatnot. Everybody else, no, y'all gotta look in the mirror. It is what it is, man. League unforgiving. You lose, you gotta look in the mirror. It's as simple as that.
Yep. Ray, did you have anything else to add tonight?
Man, Robin Lopez better be asleep right now. Cause
tomorrow.
Man. Boy. Oh my God. Yeah.
No. Bonga better be asleep. Bonga doing some push-ups, icing up.
There's not enough push-ups in the world to deal with what was coming tomorrow.
I'm just waiting for Michi Meech. Shout out Michi Meech. I'm waiting for his IG. Zion. I can't even say what I want to say.
You can't.
Oh man!
Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow night after the game. Make sure you follow Focus TV on Instagram, Twitter, and whatnot, so you don't miss Cardell's preview tomorrow as well. So again, you guys have a great night. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. We'll be back for another episode of Wizards Outlook tomorrow. Game starts at 8 p.m. once again. So around this time, we'll see you guys. Y'all have a good one.